Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey,
Whoa.
it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Man. Whoa.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Yeah, I
First
know.
go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Well, Saquon Barkley last year against Washington, he won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single-game total in the NFL all of last season. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley fighting through, and he's got space. 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Scrimmage, he will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. That's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25.
Hold it down.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Jones now to throw again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. Not much there, only a yard. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 3rd down, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Makes the score Giants 10, Washington nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over again. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. 10, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
For the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After one, 17-7 is our score. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Takes over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A pickup on the play of...
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson.
Antonio Gibson, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises. And he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there. And that Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has a hunch or what he does.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
15.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Slings it. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The game clock sitting at 2:02. And got his man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown here in this 1st half. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run with Barkley. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
A gain of 9.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He's going to field this at the 4. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. If you're a fan of offensive football, this game has suited you well. Both offenses continuing to move the ball with relative ease.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of defensive football, you're not having so much fun watching this one. And these coordinators, they're going to be scrambling to figure out a way to counter so far. It may just come down to which one of these defenses can make one stop that could change the course of this game.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Darnay Holmes.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
For the extra point.
Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. And I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Whoops. There he goes again.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more.
It's 2nd and 8.
At the throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
40-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Giants.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
55, come on, God, 55. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Jones on first down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Certainly not. What he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Barkley. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now it's Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Jones pass, complete to Saquon Barkley.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 13. It's a big play there for Washington on 3rd down. 41 yards on the ground. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, or take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin there to make the grab. And Washington has taken the lead.
Justin Hopkins.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Man, that's trash.
Jones now throwing on first down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, clock's under him, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chase Young in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Washington.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think that pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way?
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The throw taken in by Sims. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. No change there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Let's go.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
17 yards and a Giant first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green
blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
Pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Now Jones on third down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense.
That's caught at the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 55 yards.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. First down. It's Gibson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Antonio Gibson.
And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
In overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now.